Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Build With Me. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of work on our shopping district. Of course, since the shopping district is going to basically take up a huge portion of our city, this is only going to be part one. I got quite a bit to build, and this is only the first section of it. So yeah, let's get started with it. So, first off, of course, as usual, our first step is to come up with some outlines. So here we are, coming up with some outlines for some of the buildings we're going to place throughout this area. The other thing I wanted to do is figure out the materials I wanted to use and then figure out how to break up the shape. As you see, I started off with a basic rectangular shape and then started breaking off each of the sections into their own buildings to fit what I needed, I suppose. And yeah, this shopping district was definitely not something I would consider to be my best work, but that's only because we had a very limited amount of space to work with here. I personally would prefer to have a much larger area to work with to create a larger scale shopping area, but I'm working out with this, this new design here where I'm splitting up the city into multiple sections with the roads and all that kind of stuff to allow for better accessibility. However, since this is only part one of the shopping district, I have a feeling that this area will turn out to look a lot better in the end once more buildings are surrounding this area. It just feels like it's a lot of buildings in a very open area full of nothing. So once there's an actual set of buildings around here, it should feel better placed, I suppose. Another thing I will say is I'm not sure how I feel about the red the red sandstone, because it's kind of a bright color, and it kind of contrasts with the rest of the city, with the greens and the grays and all that kind of stuff. Another aspect of the shopping area that I had to think about was the shopping experience. Do I want people to go into the stores, or do I want people to stay outside and have more of like a street market type shopping area? I decided to go for a mix of both. Why not have both aspects where you can either come into the buildings to pick up what you want, and then have some other shops where you just wait outside and they serve you the stuff straight away. Now, another thing I didn't do was I did not do interiors. Once again, I've been pretty lazy when it comes down to interiors, so I haven't done that many of them. I didn't do any of the interiors here, and I don't plan on doing any for a while. I'm lazy. I felt like this building right here was a little bit bland, so I tried adding a little bit of graffiti to the side, tried to make an ice cream cone, failed, tried to make a cherry, failed. So, just random graffiti, and then I put the ice cream cone on top of the building like this. Yep. Now I'm working on this part of the building right over here, where I have a second floor. Still not sure what I'm going to do up there yet, but now we move on to this building, where I realize, what if we do something a little different here? Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's get rid of all of this, and come on me. Okay, yeah. We're gonna start work on a bit of a ramen cart, cause why not? Ramen carts are kind of cool. I kind of struggle with the design of this. I haven't done a ramen cart in forever. I did one on my Switch when I was playing a few years ago. I don't remember how long it would be at this point, but actually, I think it was during COVID, so around 2020, so it's been 3 years since I built it. Man, okay. Yeah, so I was trying to remember how I built it, couldn't remember, failed several times, kept on rebuilding, and I just settled with a simpler design like this. Yeah. Added some red, what are they called? Banners? I think that's what they're called. I don't use them in survival very often. But yeah, I used those to help with curtain type things that you see on some ramen carts sometimes. And I used some campfires up there just to give some more smoke up top to show that something is cooking. Yep. Now, I wanted to add a little bit of height to the shopping area, so I built a larger building. At first, it was only because I wanted to, for aesthetics, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized this actually might be one of my favorite parts of the shopping area because of what it is. I decided to go with a clothing store. And, let's see. I think I'm going to be writing it right now. I'll leave it as just a bit of a surprise. This place is called Clo the S. Yep. Clo the S. Top tier shop name. Clo the S. Watch out in a mall near you. Chloe the S is coming to you. Anyways, I went for a more modern style for this shop. Went for these... basically, when I think of modern, I think of like these really simple geometry-esque builds like this, where it is a bunch of squares and rectangles and whatnot, followed by very simple designs like what I did with the copper there. Now that I'm thinking about it, did I ever give this thing a roof? I don't remember. I literally just built this like an hour ago and I don't even remember if I built a roof. I want to say I did, but there's a high chance I didn't because I don't remember. Oh gosh. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Good. I did a roof. Okay, it's safe. Now here I am trying to figure out a bit of a, what do you call it? A brand, a logo, whatnot. I don't know. I don't know any logos. I don't really pay attention to logos very often, so I don't know what to make for it. Yeah, so just wrote another bit of the store thing on the side. Another the S. Yep. The biggest problem with this was trying to figure out the shapes of the letters. I still can't figure it out. So, yeah, that was a struggle. Yep, but there we go. The S. Added in a little bit of design work that I like to do with some lines. Very basic modern stuff. And now some more windows, because modern stuff has a lot of windows apparently. Yep. But that's mostly the build done. However, I realized that I didn't like the shape of it completely, because it felt like this side with the billboard felt kind of flat. So, what else did I like? This roof. It felt too medieval compared to the rest of the build, so I decided to fix that up and change it. We're now adding another building right here along the side of the clothing shop, and as well as this building, which I wanted to be like a marketplace. Well, I say marketplace, more like for fresh vegetables and fruits and whatnot. But here we go. We have another bit of a building right here to the side, and it might be like a club or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. I did like the shape of this area. It felt pretty nice and it felt interesting. The ramen shop does lose a little bit of its ventilation when it comes down to the smoke, but it's fine. It'll figure it out. Smoke always finds a way, right? At this point, I was kind of confused as to what I would do next. So at this point right here, I felt a little bit less motivated. I didn't know what to do, so I did a little bit more basic work. Something I can come back to in the future and fix up when I feel like it. But yeah, we just have a bit of a restaurant here with a green roof, which I just realized I didn't put any grass on top of. And here we are with a bit of a, I don't know, maybe like a botanist? I think that's flower shops. I think it's botanist or something. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the roof without making it look too medieval. Then I realized I don't like this roof, so I changed it out completely for a simple greenhouse type. Oh gosh, that scared me. I even knew there was thunder and it still scared me. Gosh. Oh, I actually jumped. Oh, hi there, creeper. I'm just filling in some of the floors, and I'm thinking about it now. I forgot to fill in the floor of the ice cream shop. And I also wanted to fix up the flooring of this area here with the ramen to make it a little bit more interesting and show that there is meant to be an area there. And adding in some seating for the restaurant, which I plan on fixing up around here later. The building made out of deep slate bricks, that's the restaurant. But once again, no interior, so it's nothing. What else? Oh, I wanted to make a sign for this one too. So this one is called Rifu. It was gonna say restaurant, but I couldn't fit it on there, so I gave up and went for Rifu. Rifu sounds good. Yep. Rifu. Added some more colors because I still don't like the orange all that much. I might change it out in the future, but for now, it's good enough. But besides that, all I add now are some trees and some flowers to help the area have some more colors, and it should make it more interesting and more visually appealing overall. After that, that's about it. So once we finish this up, I'm going to move ourselves into a clip I took a few months back of my friends and I playing a little bit of, what was it, Skywars, I think? That sounds about right. Okay, let's get straight into it. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! So, for context, this clip was directly after my friends were calling me out for basically always taking some kills, and yeah, it may or may not have happened in such a way that I accidentally stole another kill because I wanted to throw a snowball and it accidentally hit the guy because he fell, and it wasn't my fault. It was his fault for falling. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, now that that clip's out of the way and I got that off my chest, let's get straight back into, well, showing off what we finished. We have finished building this part of the shopping area, and I like the way it feels right now. I might add on a few extra features here and there to try making it feel more dense and feel more city-like, but for now I think this fits what I want exactly. This will fit perfectly with everything else I plan on adding here in the future, so let's work with it. Anyways, let's continue on with the end of this video. If you like the video, and well, hit the like button. Helps me out greatly, and it helps to promote this video to other people who might like similar content. If you like my content in general, hit the subscribe button. Helps me out greatly and lets me know that, well, y'all like this content and you want me to continue doing more, maybe. I still continue planning on doing more stuff like this, but it helps me know that there is some affirmation in there. Anyways, if y'all want to be notified of exactly when I post my episodes so you can be one of the first people to watch it, hit that little bell. And with that, thank you for watching. And as I twerk on these llamas, have a good one.